We got ourselves one bad mother effer. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to my channel. I am Mr. Cowboys fan, and before we proceed to this video, leave a like and subscribe to my channel. It is I, Mr. Cowboys fan, where we talk about cowboy things. So let's talk about Marshawn Kneeland. So yesterday we of course talked about Tyler Guyton and my final thoughts on him. And now I want to talk about Marshawn Kneeland and my final thoughts on him because basically from Marshawn Kneeland and on, we definitely have almost like a sort of an apology video because I felt like I wasn't very enthusiastic. I didn't have a very enthusiastic reaction to when these picks first happened live because I was just so focused on us trying to get a running back. So I wasn't very I didn't have a very enthusiastic reaction, of course, to most of these picks, if not all of them. So yeah. So I just want to talk about Marshawn Kneeland. So I watched some videos on Marshawn Kneeland. I watched Vach Lombardi do a film session breakdown on him. And then I watched Marshawn Kneeland's individual highlights. And the more that I look at him, the more that I like him. Because you see, Marshawn Kneeland has when I look at these plays, he has just that sort of sense of it's just crazy. He has a very good combination of size, speed, even sideline to sideline speed. I saw this one highlight, this one play where this dude freaking went from left to right and tackled the wide receiver on a wide receiver screen. I mean, it was incredible. So clearly he's got some, pretty good athletic ability for a big guy like him who is 6'6", 267 pounds, north of 270. And I see his plays, and he's got good strength, good power. I saw him on a few occasions freaking make bull rush moves on the offensive linemen, just throwing them out of the club, or giving them an escort towards the quarterback. So, but yeah, and, of course, so we talked about his athletic ability and, his size, strength, and speed, the combination of those that I saw in certain plays when I watched the highlights and even when I watched Vach Lombardi's, film session breakdown, of course, shout out to him. But then shout out to a couple subscribers that I have right now. One in particular, Turpa21. And then I have another subscriber, but for some reason it doesn't notify me and show me who that subscriber is. But whoever you are, shout out to you. But yeah, so Marshawn Kneeland, he definitely seems like a Mike Zimmer guy. He seems like a Mike Zimmer guy. I said it before in a video. He gives off Danielle Hunter vibes. Excuse that, my bad. But yeah, he gives off, Danielle Hunter vibes. This is definitely a Mike Zimmer pick. This is definitely Mike Zimmer's kind of guy. And we wanted to go trenches, but of course not just offense. We want to go trenches defense. And we got Marshawn Kneeland, of course. And then we got a guy who is going to be, of course, last that we will talk about. And oh, by the way, I do want to apologize. I, I dropped the ball. I would like to hold myself accountable on this. I dropped the ball. I was not under the I was under the impression that Neville Gallimore, might still re-sign with us, but apparently he did sign with the Miami Dolphins. So that take that I said about Justin Rogers, about him, that Neville Gallimore, your job might, sooner or later get taken, if you don't tighten up. But he's no longer on the team anyway. So I would like to, hold myself accountable for that. I dropped the ball on that one. My bad. Someone in my comment section did point that out. So, my apologies on that. But, pretty much, like we wanted to get, a couple trenches guys, of course, on defense, and we got Marshawn Kneeland, and of course we got Justin Rogers. So these are some guys that I'm real curious to see what Mike Zimmer can do to utilize them, coach them up, and use them in the system. Because I know for a fact that Marshawn Kneeland can be a really, really good run defender for this defense. And I think he will have time, of course. We got him for at least 4 years anyway. He has time to develop into that better, good to elite pass rusher. He has time to develop into that. But right now, we definitely can see that he already is a really good run defender. And I said that he gives off Danielle Hunter vibes as far as his size, being 6'6", 267. But if you really want to find the right player comp, as a lot of people have said, and in the draft, of course, DeMarcus Lawrence, D-Law, is a really good player comp for him, because you can see it. He shows flashes of that pass rush ability, but you can sure see that he is a very, very consistent run defender that you can be able to, be accountable for and depend on if a running back wants to run on his side, trying to run on the outside. I think he would have real good edge contain and could certainly, be a really good defender in our defensive line rotation. So basically, to close, Marshawn Kneeland. First of all, I would like to apologize for forgetting your name. And second of all, I'm sorry that I kind of let my feelings get the best of me on, when we passed up a running back. I still think this is a very impressive pick by the Cowboys, getting Marshawn Kneeland, a guy who can certainly, address some of our run defense issues. So let me know, audience, and to all of Cowboys Nation in the comments down below, how do y'all feel about Marshawn Kneeland? Give me, what you feel like his pros and cons are. I feel like a lot of his pros are, of course, his run, his, ability to, his combination of size and athleticism and stuff that he's able to use on many particular plays. I think some of his cons is pretty much that he's not that, elite, that great pass rusher that you want. But we don't need him to be really for right now. So maybe you don't have to use that as an example. But yeah, so to all my audience, to all Cowboys Nation, let me know how y'all feel about this. And this is Mr. Cowboys fan out.